cave is all about a place to come and rest for a few minutes at the end of a day, or the beginning of a day, or even a midday. It's designed to come into a sanctuary of rest, especially during the impossible times that our country finds itself in. So at age 70, I find that I'm at a place in terms of wanting to rest in not just physically, but needing to rest spiritually, and resting spiritually is also another way to listen. So Jesus often left the disciples in the throngs and would go hide away, maybe find a cave, just a quiet place, a lonely place where he could just be alone with the Father. And Jesus also says to go into your prayer closet and don't tell anybody and just shut the door and be alone with God. And then we have the verse in Isaiah, be still and know that I am God. And so how does that play out in terms of art? Where do we find art that is restful in this way, especially sacred art? And it's very hard to find unless it's very kitsch, or cheap. And you always want art to teach you something that you did not know, or it's just really not worth spending time with. There should be an element of mystery or question about the work to teach you something. And if you're quiet and if you're humble enough and you spend time with a painting or a drawing, it will instruct you, but you just have to be able to listen. And this is how artists paint. I mean, it's how composers compose. It's how writers write. You have to be with the work, and then eventually the work evolves. And so I did this drawing here, and it's called Mary in her 9th month, waiting on the Good Shepherd. It's a long title. So I've done over the years a series of paintings and drawings about Mary, the mother of Jesus, in her 9th month, and what she would have gone through in those 9 months, and what she would have thought, and how her spirit, what happened to her spirit, and as that was maturing, and as she was growing as she was just a teenager, and as she was maturing as a human being, as a woman. And so I found it enjoyable to do because it's a form of escape, producing a drawing like this. And I have a large-scale painting with this theme, the same title that I've been working on for about 5 years now. So, but this is this drawing simplifies it. So Mary you enter into her dream, and she's dreaming of what you're seeing. So she is at complete rest and peace. And with all these sheep. And they're symbolically waiting for the eternal shepherd, waiting for the true shepherd, waiting for the Christ, which is in her womb. So, upon first glance, it's just a young shepherdess, but it's far more than that. And you often can enter into a painting through the doorway of the title. So the title is the giveaway here Otherwise, you would think it's just a shepherdess. It's a nice shepherdess, and she's taking a nap, a siesta. And there's nothing wrong with that either. So it is important that we all take rest, that we need to be a spiritual rest every day, and allow ourselves to just be in the moment and be present with yourself and be present with the fact that just as the Christ was within Mary, so is the Christ within you and I. And we can just be and reflect, just as Mary did, laying out among a bunch of sheep waiting for the Good Shepherd. There's a joy in that, if we can wait on God and find him. Mary in her 9th month, waiting on the Good Shepherd. Amen.